Welcome to another episode of the Generational Yap podcast with your hosts, Harmony and Sage. Before we start, just know this show is opinion based using publicly available information. If we mention allegations, they are alleged. We're talking culture, nostalgia, and sharing our hot takes. Let's yap, y'all.
Hello, Harmony.
Hey, Sage.
Happy New Year's Day.
Happy New Year.
Oh, I have to tell you, this has been a great week. It's been very relaxing for me. I've slept like crazy. And then last Saturday is something I've been looking forward to for so many weeks now. You know, I love the Kevin Lang show.
Yes.
Kevin Lang's great. Herman Rice, they did a big episode on him finding love. So it was Finding Herm Love. An hour and a half of him just having all these girls in front of him. And he chose a really good one this year. If you haven't seen it, I really recommend it. Last year, it was Finding Denny Love. Denny Love. That's actually his name, Denny Love. It was Finding Him Love. And he chose sort of like a promiscuous girl.
Okay.
But Herman Rice chose well. So do you watch Kevin Lang?
No, I do not. What channel is this on?
It's on YouTube.
Okay, YouTube. I'll write it down.
It's so wonderful. I love it. And I'm probably like the oldest person on earth watching this.
I'm sure you're not.
But it's something I look forward to every Saturday. Every Saturday, 12 o'clock Eastern time, know that I'm eating something and watching this show.
I love that for you.
I love it. Yeah. So, yeah, Kevin Lang's show was great this week.
Good.
I watched Anaconda.
Tell me about that.
I will, gladly. It's very rare that I will tell you to go to the movie theater and spend your hard-earned money.
Because movies aren't cheap.
They're not cheap. But if you have the opportunity to watch Anaconda in the movie theaters, please take it. It is going to be so much better on the big screen. And let me tell you, Jack Black, he has it. He's still got it.
Okay, look at him.
Yes, it was such a good movie. It was funny. It had a great plot, amazing plot. And it had some cameos from Ice Cube.
Because he was in the original.
I guess so. I didn't watch the original. So you don't have to watch the original to get this. Okay.
Okay.
And in the end, you know who makes an appearance? Because she makes an appearance every single week.
J-Lo.
J-Lo made an appearance.
Of course, she was in the first one with Ice Cube.
Now, hers was inconsequential, but Ice Cube actually he had a big part in it.
I'll have to go see it because I love Paul Rudd. So I'm willing to watch anything he's in.
So yeah, it is about like adults reclaiming their passions. It is so incredibly good. There's a few jump scares. I guess you kind of expect that, but I'm not really one for horror or scary movies, but this one's still good. I recommend it.
All right. I will be putting that on the list.
Now, you had also mentioned, what was the movie about Marty?
Supreme. I need to go see that. Did you go see it?
My kids did.
What did they say?
They said it sucked.
Maybe, listen, it'll be out on Netflix in a month. I'll just wait.
That's exactly what they said to do. They said, don't waste your money. They said that it's so long and so just draining that you're going to need to take some breaks.
Oh, God, no. Yeah, I'll just wait for that to come out.
Yeah. So I knew you were going to go watch it, and I'm just here to tell you, wait on that, okay?
Listen, always let me know how I can save my coins.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, I'm right there with you. However, Anaconda, see it in the theaters. And tell me what you think.
Yes, ma'am. I will.
Who's your artist of the week?
So my artist of the week is, I'm picking Angie Stone because you and I just talked about her.
Yeah.
Yeah, so wanted to shout her out. My favorite song by her is Wish I Didn't Miss You. Love that song. She's a queen of neo soul, and just want to say rest in peace to her. She did unfortunately pass away in 2025. So putting her family and friends in our hugs corner, of course.
You introduced me to her. And I listened to that song. That was the first one that popped up for me. And you were right when you said it sounded like Jaguar Wright.
That video you sent me of Jaguar, I was like, she's very much giving me Angie Stone.
Not just in the sound of the voice, so that too. It was her performance, her stage presence.
Yes.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm a fan now.
Yes. Are you in a rabbit hole of Angie Stone?
I am, but you're giving me, like, you've really kind of messed up my algorithm a little bit. There have been several that you've recommended, so I'm like, "Okay, I'm gonna go check this out," and you know how YouTube is. They
Oh,
will
yes.
pick up on any certain deviation,
Every time.
and so Angie Stone is actually on my playlist now.
I love
Mhm.
that.
However, I am taking a cue from you, and when I'm working out and it's not, cardio, I
Mhm.
am now listening to true crime. I've been listening to true crime a lot lately. I don't know, something about it is weirdly comforting.
Just watched some last night. I was on HBO Max and I was watching My American Murderer. So I was
Okay.
watching that as the new year came in.
Okay, the My American Murder, isn't that on Netflix too?
It might be. It probably is.
Is that a documentary?
It's I want to it's kind of like Snapped or like the ID channel where it
Uh-huh.
has people from the victims' families that are talking and they
Okay.
walk you through the case.
I think I've seen that.
Yeah.
Okay. So my musician of the week is
Yes.
Madonna.
Love Madonna.
You know how you and I talk about how we love a rebranding story,
Absolutely.
but most people rebrand because of necessity.
Yeah.
Madonna just rebrands.
She's that girl and has
She
always been that
is.
girl.
Started with Like a Virgin, her white short wedding dress with all the bangles and stuff. I love that. To this day, I love that.
Absolutely. Every Halloween you will see a girl in that outfit.
As you should.
Yeah.
And then you have the Express Yourself where she's wearing menswear. She
Yes.
does it so well.
Iconic.
Well, and then you've got Vogue, where she's wearing the bras that look like ice cream cones. Don't know why, but it works.
Yes.
It does. She went through a hip hop phase. I don't think we want to talk about that. Let's let that
No,
rest in
we could
peace.
we could skip over that.
But my favorite era of Madonna is the Material Girl era.
Uh,
Are you familiar?
I know Material Girl.
Okay. So, you know, that was like channeling her inner Marilyn Monroe.
Yeah.
She's good.
She is good.
Yeah.
Madonna is good. I think my favorite Madonna song is Holiday.
Oh, that's so cute and like just sweet. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I still like Material Girl best, but it's in the same era, so that's good.
Yeah.
You know, she's like 67 and dating a guy who's not even 30.
Listen, her and Cher are both out
Yeah.
with very much younger men.
You know what? I like a little tread on my tires too. So, what have you?
That's amazing.
So, you picked the movie this week.
Yes, ma'am. And you had never seen it, which
S-
blew my mind.
It should blow your mind, but it was from
Yes.
1992.
Yes.
There were a lot of good movies out that day because going to the movies was inexpensive in 1992.
Absolutely. So you could see a little bit of
Yeah.
everything.
Everybody was going to the movies. We were all that was like what we did on the weekends. So there was a lot to choose from. And I was really a fool for not watching this movie in the big screen.
Well, that's what we have this podcast for. So we'll both
Yeah.
see movies we've never seen. And I love
Yeah.
that for us.
It was a good movie.
Yes. So just to let our listeners know, we
Oh,
are
yes.
talking about The Bodyguard starring Whitney Houston, may she rest in peace forever, and Kevin Costner.
Okay. So one reason I think I probably hesitated on this movie, Whitney Houston, she's got God given talent of
Oh
singing.
my God.
I
Yes.
really assumed that a person could not have any more talent. Like she cannot sing like that and act. But sure enough, she can do both.
She's amazing. I'm telling you, every Whitney Houston movie that she was in, I've seen. She's so
Okay.
good. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. No, I just thought she was a natural.
Yes. Absolutely. And I feel like she played the role with so much grace too.
She did.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Kevin Costner and her, the chemistry.
Listen. So they always say that Kevin Costner allegedly was in love with her for real in real life.
I was going to ask you if you thought anything was going on.
I'll tell you this. They are the original Kerry Washington and Tony Goldwyn to me,
Uh-huh.
where their spouses are the strongest soldiers in the world because that chemistry is off the charts.
If I saw my significant other with that chemistry with somebody
Mhm.
else, I would be insulted.
I would be sliding down a wall. Like, what is
Yes.
this?
but it made for good movie. It
It
did.
did. It was
Oh,
perfect. From that
gosh.
first scene where they met each other, I was like, "There's something here."
Yeah.
Mhm.
The way she's flirting, it's not just flirting. It's not playful. It was sultry.
Yes, she was like, "I'm getting you."
Oh, yeah, she had her hooks in him from the beginning.
Yes. And she got him too.
Oh, she did. Oh my gosh. But then afterwards, when he kind of discarded her to be professional, let's just say
Yes.
he had to do that to be professional.
That's true. That's true.
So I'm going to take up for him on that one. But she felt so slighted.
Oh, I wrote this down in my notes. That did piss me off because it's the very next night we just, slept together, had a moment, and then you're ending it. You could have given the poor girl 24 hours and then, hey, I thought about it. This is interfering with my job and, laid it out a little more nicely.
He kind of sucked on communication.
Oh, yes. Very dry in his communication.
That should have been a in bed cuddling communication.
Yes. And explaining why, not, oh, I made a mistake and I shouldn't have done this and this caused my judgment. All of that is true. But did you have to say you made a mistake after it just happened?
Yeah, because you're treating her like a whore.
Absolutely, he was.
Yeah. So her reaction to that, which was over the top, I do agree.
Oh,
I
yeah, of
don't think
course.
mine would have been any different.
I would have crashed out.
Hmm. Yeah. The way he treated that little boy, which I think his name was Fletcher. Is that correct?
Fletcher, he
Yeah.
loved that little boy.
From the get go, they had a connection. And I feel like that little boy, even though he had all kinds of people around him, he
Mhm.
needed a connection.
I think so too, because I think Fletcher very much got lost in the shuffle. His
Hmm.
mom is this massive star, always people around her. And I feel like Fletcher got forgotten about. So Frank kind of took a liking to him and was teaching him things. And I loved that.
Yeah. Yeah. And the house was so busy all the time.
That would
Poor
drive
kid.
me crazy. I need a moment to breathe.
Well, that was something I wrote down. Would you be able to have a bodyguard nearby all the time?
I don't think I would.
No.
I know myself and I'm too independent. I don't want somebody up my behind all the time. Please give me breathing room.
That's another thing I'm gonna give her grace for because I feel her reaction to having a person with her, even though she liked him, her reaction to that, I think, was very natural.
Absolutely. Yeah, that wouldn't be something that would come easy to me. So I got her, don't mess up the house. Don't let Fletcher know that you're here. I don't want his life to change too much.
Mm.
And how is she supposed to go on dates and do this and that when you're literally in the booth next to her all the time?
Well, she goes running, I say that in air quotes, and
Very
she runs
least.
into him, okay? And she basically says, "Given my situation and given the fact that you're with me all the time, I can't have a man.
Not
I
at all,
can't."
because we're even staying outside the door.
That's exactly what she said, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And so she's basically saying, "You're ruining not only my love life, but my sex life.
Yep.
So therefore, the only solution is that you're going to fulfill that need."
And he did.
He did.
He did.
I mean, it's like she ordered him up on a silver platter.
Oh, Frank didn't stand a chance. I wrote that in my notes. I said Frank was gone from the moment he met her. And then when she caught him watching her videos, I was like,
Oh,
yeah, that
yeah.
boy, he's gone.
Oh, yeah. That was the moment, I think.
Yes,
And she knew that.
absolutely. She was smart.
Yeah.
Rachel was not a dumb girl.
No, very, well, I don't know. I agree with you to an extent, but she was very naive when it comes to realizing her fame and the dangers behind that.
Now, I will agree with that because when she's on the stage performing Queen of the Night and she keeps letting those people come up on stage,
Oh
girl, what
my
did you think
gosh.
would happen? And an artist could absolutely never do that now. I can't even imagine what would happen to them.
I couldn't believe it. And he was standing there, well, she was holding her hand out like, "Stop."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What was he supposed to do? Let her potentially get killed?
He knew the dangers and she wasn't listening. She thought he was doing too much. Because even at the end, when they're at, I think it's the Oscars, and
Yeah.
she's like looking, she's freaking out. She blames Frank that Frank has turned me into a psychopath. But Frank was right.
She was almost childlike in that spot, like a
Mhm.
teenager almost, defiant, in my
Oh,
opinion.
absolute defiance.
Yeah. I understand where she's coming from, but this is where I don't think I could deal well with fame. You know how private I am.
Absolutely. I don't being famous like that, especially because people then will dig up things you said 15, 20 years ago and then try to cancel you. Every time you go out, somebody wants a picture with you. And if you say no, you're a bad person now. People are digging through your trash. You can't go to the store alone. I would hate to be famous, honest to goodness.
Yeah, I would not do that. There's no amount of money worth it.
No, not at all. Peace is priority at all
Yeah.
times.
Do you remember whenever Frank gets the job and one of the first things he does is teach that limo driver defensive driving?
Yes.
Actually, I don't know if I'd call it defensive, aggressive.
Yeah. I feel like that's probably better.
And it's
Like,
in a
figure out
limo.
how to get yeah. Have you ever been in a limo?
No. Have you?
Me neither.
Okay, funny story though. Back when I was living in North Carolina, it's a
Mhm.
totally different world down there. I love it. It's my home. There was this man I knew. He rented from me. He had 12 kids. And yes, you heard that correct, 12. He was like the original cheaper by the dozen. Okay. Which we got to write that movie down, by the way. You got it? Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
So he came one day to pay his rent, pulled up at my house in North
Mhm.
Carolina in a limo. And I'm like, who the heck is coming down here with a limo? I mean, I live in the country. We don't have limos, all right?
Right.
And he gets out, as does his wife and all these kids. And it looked still yet like a clown car.
Oh my gosh. Is the limo the only thing that would fit that whole family, I guess?
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Because even a passenger van wouldn't work at that point.
Wow. And there
Yeah.
were some of the kids adopted or just
Oh, no.
natural?
Just natural. When I say natural, I mean like natural, like
Wow.
no meds. Can you imagine? And she was a skinny lady.
That is amazing. I've never gone through childbirth, but
Yeah.
the thought of naturally having 12 children, that's amazing.
No, I would die. No.
Yeah, wow.
I had one naturally, not by choice, and I feel like I need a trophy for that now. That hurt. If
I'll
there
make
had
you one
been
and send it to you.
Thank you. If there had
You're
been
welcome.
anything remotely sharp within my grasp, I probably would have killed myself or somebody else.
Oh my
It would
gosh.
hurt.
I heard
Yeah.
it feels like your bones are breaking.
I just felt burning. Lots of
Okay.
burning.
Yeah,
It's
that's
not
terrible
good.
too.
Yeah. But and this is a side note completely, I actually don't think having all those children was something she actually consented to, you know what I mean? But
Okay.
anyway, back to the movie.
Yes, back to the movie. Her sister. Tell me your thoughts on her sister.
I didn't like her from the beginning.
I hated her sister.
From the beginning?
Yes, from the beginning,
Okay.
I couldn't stand her.
Well, she made it very clear that she would have been something had it not been for her sister. Now,
Mm-hmm.
me and you know, with her sister having all these connections, if she had real talent, she would have definitely been something.
Absolutely. She could have made something pop, and maybe she wouldn't have been as big as her sister, but
Mhm.
she could have found her own lane.
Well, just think about Britney Spears and Jamie Spears. Just an example.
Yeah,
Jamie's not near as talented. She still has a name.
absolutely. We still know who she is. She's been on Dancing with the Stars and
Mhm.
Disney shows and all that. So her sister, if she really wanted to pursue it, she could have figured something out.
Yep, totally agree. Yeah, I didn't like the whole woe is me attitude one
She
bit.
was like a soul sucking vampire. That's how her energy was to me.
Yeah, I don't think I could have been around her. I think the vibes would have been completely off.
No, and then the fact that she tried to sleep with Frank, knowing he slept with her sister, that's disgusting.
Well, it is disgusting, but it told so much about how she felt about her sister.
Absolutely. She hated her sister.
Yes. She was
Literally,
out to destroy her, clearly.
you hired someone to try and kill your sister.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Oh, but let me ask you though,
Mhm,
whenever Rachel was in the throes of seducing Frank, she
mhm,
gets the katana. And for those who don't know, a katana is a sword. So she gets the katana off the wall and
mhm.
she's doing like some kind of seduction with it, right? and
Yes.
he throws up her, what would you call it? Not a scarf, but
In mine, it was kind of like a silk scarf because it was
okay.
lighter. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and it comes down very lightly, of course, and it gets cut in half.
Hmm.
And he's showing her that's how sharp it is. You're
Yeah.
playing with fire. But I thought that was very metaphorical.
I think it was too because she
Mhm.
really was. Because then at the party, she goes in the room with his buddy. She was playing with fire.
I got mad.
I did too. Like, girl,
Okay.
this is not how you try to prove anything to this man. Show this man that you're unbothered, not that you're trying to bang his friend.
I thought that was very high school of her.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, that part made me very mad. You know, something else, and I know I think I'm just getting old, but when a woman or a man, because
Mhm.
goodness knows men are like this, when you're so willing to lay down with another person and you want to come back to me, I'm sitting here wondering, like, what are you bringing back to me?
And everybody needs to think about that. And
Mm,
also, everybody needs to make sure that they're getting tested in this world because you
yeah.
don't know what the person you're with is doing or who they did it with before y'all got together.
You can always go to Planned Parenthood, get a test, just so you know.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and they're relatively cheap. But I just don't want somebody bringing stuff back to me. So I am like a one person kind of girl, and I expect my guy to be a one person
I'm the
too.
same exact way.
Yeah. Yeah. So that one I thought was just tacky and rude
Yeah.
and
I
all
didn't like that.
that.
They could have left that out for me, honestly.
Yeah. It made me see her in such a different light.
I was like, Rachel, girl, is this what we're doing? You think this is what's going to get Frank to come back to you? Like, you're trying to make him jealous? You're
Yeah.
just making yourself look foolish.
I thought, like, you're right, though. They could have left that out. It was inconsequential.
Yeah. What was the point?
There was no point to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why they did that. No idea. But yeah, I didn't like that part at all.
To circle back to her sister, though, when she's talking about, I would never hurt Fletcher, immediately I thought, well, what do you think killing his mom would do to him?
No kidding.
Like,
I don't even know what to say to that.
yeah, use your brain cells. What do you think's going to happen to this poor boy if his mother is deceased?
There are some people in this world who are so sick they can't see past their own anger.
That's true. Her anger consumed her up until the moment that she died. That's a sad, sad life.
Yeah. Hmm.
Could you imagine that?
To be so angry? Well, I
Yeah,
think I was a few years ago. I really do. I had to do a lot of work on that because in the end, it wasn't hurting anybody besides myself.
absolutely.
Oh, and by the way, I think this is just my theory. I think
Yes.
anger ages you.
It literally eats you from the inside out, as my
Yeah.
feelings.
Yes, I agree with that. So I have gotten pretty good at letting things go. Sometimes that means letting people go.
Absolutely. Do not keep people who are toxic to you in your life. Remove them if you can.
Yeah, sometimes it's easier said than done. I wonder why Rachel didn't remove the sister. Did she not see it?
I was wondering too if she was so naive that maybe she just thought, my sister might feel away, but at the end of the day, she really loves me and she would never do anything to hurt me. I don't know if she truly picked up on how deep rooted her sister's hate for her really was.
I don't think she did. Of course, to her sister's defense, she didn't really come out and say it. She was devious and manipulative behind the scenes, which makes her even scarier.
That would break my heart so bad if I felt that way about my sibling or to find out that my sibling felt that way about me. Like, what can we do to fix this before we ever get to that point?
It's one thing to have a sibling you don't get along with
Hmm.
and to have that gap. That's bad enough.
Yeah.
But to have a sibling that is out to destroy you, that is something completely different.
Yeah, that's kind of a mental health issue, I would say,
Mhm.
that they should have gone to therapy to talk about.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I would definitely say maybe a personality disorder. Yeah, seems like it to me.
I can see
But
that.
okay, so going to the scene where he takes her to, actually, I don't know where it is, the cabin I was
where his father is.
Yeah, so I was Googling, like, for an hour that night thinking, maybe I'll find out where this cabin supposedly took place." In reality, it was filmed in Southern California, but I don't know
Oh,
where it was portrayed to be. Do you?
now that I think about it, I don't recall them saying.
And I don't think so. I don't think they said. No, so I do know one thing. I caught one thing. When they walk in and they've got, like, a coat rack,
Mhm.
there is a jacket on there that says WV for West Virginia.
Oh,
And it was
okay.
snowy and it was a cabin, but I'm just drawing some conclusions here. I could not
Yeah,
confirm that.
that could be where it was supposed to be then.
But one thing I do want to point out, of course, this is 1992 and a lot has
Mhm.
changed with technology. The opening scenes where they are showing how beautiful this cabin is and they're showing like the wildlife and everything, it was so low tech. Did you notice it?
Absolutely. Yes, ma'am.
To the point of nowadays being cheesy.
Yes, I was thinking to myself, "Man, we've come a long way with technology."
It was almost like they just inserted a slide.
Yes, I could see that.
Yeah, but once you get to the cabin scene, the cabin's beautiful. I'm a little bit jealous. I mean, that was wonderful. The dad was so welcoming.
He was amazing. I loved his dad.
I did too.
Mhm.
Yeah, and the dog. Can we talk about that little dog? I can't remember its name.
I don't remember. I love the dog.
I think it was probably a Yorkshire Terrier or maybe
Okay.
Yorkshire Terrier mix. What we would call a yip yip dog. And usually you think of you've got a yip yip dog.
I do, I do.
Usually, a yip yip dog is not really worth its weight. It's more like a pampered pet. But this
Oh, and
dog,
mine is.
yeah, yeah. You've seen my cats on Instagram.
Yes.
They don't do anything besides sleep and eat a lot. But this dog was somehow smart enough to know when to alert Frank of danger.
That was amazing because I tell you what, Paige would never. She would bark and our cover would be blown immediately.
My cats would just look up and be like, "What are you doing?" That's it. They would look at them with judgment.
Like, who are you?
Yeah, but that dog knew, and he alerted them of a intruder.
And Kevin Costner was running his behind off to try to catch this man. And
Yeah,
then when he sat down in the woods and closed his eye to shoot, I thought that was
yes.
so cool.
Well, before that, remember he jumped through a window.
Oh, yes. My back, my knees, everything would have been popping and cracking.
You know he had a stunt double. He had to have. I didn't confirm that, but we're
Yeah.
all going to assume. And kudos to stunt doubles. Dang, they do
They do
amazing
some
things.
hard work. Oh my gosh. They are the real MVPs. The things that they put their bodies through.
I know. Yeah,
My
but you're right. He's in the woods and focusing,
hmm
and he's shooting, and he misses everything besides the vehicle.
Yep. Now he let some rounds
Unbelievable.
off into that car though.
He did. I actually thought maybe he had hit a tire or something, but he didn't.
Or like some glass or and then I said, nope, just kept speeding off.
Yeah. Of course,
Mm.
I guess we need to go ahead and tell our listeners, spoiler alert.
hmm
Okay, who was the bad guy, right?
Yes. The
I'll
bad
let you go
guy.
ahead and describe it.
So the bad guy, what was his name? Needleman?
I believe you're correct on that.
I
Yeah,
think
I should have written that
Needleman.
down.
I should have written that down too. And what was okay.
I'm gonna look that up while you go ahead and explain it.
Well, Needleman, I'm having a hard time remembering who he was right now.
Remember he met Frank. They did
Okay.
some work together.
Yes, okay. So then that's what I was thinking. He's the one that went into the room with Rachel then.
That's right.
Maybe that's why they put that in there
Still
because
think
he
it's
was
unnecessary though.
yeah, it was still unnecessary for sure, but now I'm like maybe that's why they put that in there because he was stalking her to the point and she was playing with fire with him and she was almost slept with the enemy for real.
Oh yeah, okay. So that's another little metaphor. So his name
Mhm.
was Greg Portman.
Portman. Okay, not where
Yeah.
did I get Needleman
He's
from?
a professional hitman, but he used to be working with Frank doing some Secret Service stuff.
Yeah.
Then he became a hitman. But he
Mm.
lied. He said he was still being a bodyguard for the rich and famous.
Yes, that's what threw me off because I was like, wait a minute, isn't that Frank's buddy who said
Mhm.
that he did that kind of work? So when he ended up being the guy at the end, I said, now what is this? Now Frank's shooting skills, once he got shot, his aim got much better.
Oh, he did, because Greg Portman, so he was actually holding one of those 1992 big cameras on his shoulder, and
Hmm.
it was pretty majorly big, okay,
Oh
and
yeah.
he was still able to get a shot off
Hmm.
and killed him.
It blew up in his face too.
I know, beautiful.
Hmm.
And keep in mind, he was dying because he had just been shot as he's
Hmm.
shooting this individual. And everybody's
Yes.
rushing up to the stage because this is on the Oscar stage. They're
Yeah.
rushing up thinking that he's the bad guy because he's got the gun.
But
And
he's the
she's having to
bodyguard.
scream and say, "This is my bodyguard. This is my bodyguard." But
Yeah.
she had just chewed him out for making her paranoid, in her opinion.
Listen, I tell you what, Frank is better than me because she went off on him too many times. And I would have had to tell her, girl, you can figure this out yourself. You're doing too much.
Yeah,
Just like at the cabin, she yelled at him about getting Fletcher out of that boat. She was like, you could have drowned him. But then the boat blew up.
I agree. But she seemed to have been really hung up on that whole he can't swim thing. So
Yeah,
that
that's
was
true.
like a hang up of hers. So actually, I wrote this down too. She said Fletcher can't swim very well to the father,
Yep.
to Frank's father, and he said, I love this man, by the way. He said, "I guess he better stay in the boat then."
Yes. I mean, had a point, or get him a
He
life
did.
jacket too.
But that stupid kid, what was he thinking getting in that boat and taking off like that?
You said it when you said kids are stupid.
Kids are stupid. That's
Yeah,
right.
he
They
just
do stupid things.
doesn't.
That's why they need parents.
Absolutely, doesn't think about a consequence in the world, they're just going off of vibes.
And I'm assuming that if he is a Secret Service agent,
Mhm.
that he's probably a darn good swimmer.
I would imagine, because you never know what
Yeah.
type of situation you'll be in.
So I'm assuming that him pulling him out of the excuse me, him pulling him out of the boat and into
Mhm.
the water was probably no big deal.
To me, as a viewer, he looked like he had Fletcher fine and was carrying Fletcher in a way where his head wasn't like dipping below the water or anything.
Uh-huh.
So Fletcher always felt perfectly safe with Frank to me.
Now, again, I'm trying to be kind to her and realize that she at that moment thought that her son was boating across some lake and
Yeah,
was
she's
going to
freaked out.
die.
Yeah.
Yeah, so her adrenaline was really high, but she just seems to lash out. And may I
Mhm.
add that she's lashing out the wrong people. She needs to lash out at her sister.
Absolutely, because your sister is the one that got you into this BS. And then they never explained that in the movie, but did she ever realize that it was her sister that had set all of this in motion?
I don't think it got to that point where she had a realization of even who the shooter was.
Uh, yeah.
Now, I'm sure because after he was shot,
Mhm.
after Kevin Costner was shot on stage, they kind of stop the scene there, and next thing you know, you see him waving goodbye to her at the airplane, and you think they're gonna have this separation.
Mhm.
So, what happened in between those times, we don't know.
That's true. I
Yeah,
wish they kind of would have explored that a little bit.
that's a very good point. You know what? In today's movies, I think they would have.
Because today's movies are 3 hours long.
Yeah, I would argue that's a little too long. That is the good thing about watching them at home.
Absolutely. It costs way too much money to go to the movies anymore. And they got rid of all the discount, like $2 theaters, $4 theaters. I miss those.
So the movie theater in my hometown, I'm not going to shout it out because I actually am very critical of it. It's sticky.
Oh, God, no.
Do you know what I mean? Just like stick, like your shoes. If you're wearing tennis shoes, you're like,
Mhm. I hate
yeah,
that.
I hate
Ugh,
it.
that makes my skin crawl.
But they're closing.
Oh,
The one in the other town is already closed. Like these small mom and pop ones are, they're done.
the one closest to us is actually closing too.
You know, it started with the malls, all these malls
Yep.
closing. Now it's the movie theaters.
Hmm.
They want us in our houses, I guess.
I guess, and I will struggle with that. I can't be at home all the time.
It's not good. It's not good for our kids either. They need something to go do. Um,
Yes.
not only movie theaters are closing, but bowling alleys,
I love
all these
bowling.
things we did as a kid are
Mhm.
closing.
They need activities where they can be social. Not that you're talking to people at the
Mhm,
movies, but
mhm.
bowling, if you're out with your friends, you guys are talking while you're
Yes.
doing an activity, they need that.
I don't know if you listen to the Behind the Blinds podcast. It's on, Patreon about streaming. Did you listen to that one?
I did listen to that one, yes.
Well, he actually mentions the fact that all these things are closing down, and the streaming services are actually doing this strategically to keep us at home and watching their services. And of course, he went through the whole complicated mess of it. But yeah, that's how it's going. We're going to be at home all the time. All the time.
Oh, I hate
I know.
that. Open outside back up.
Well, I no, it's like COVID and then this. I do think this will run the course and we'll
Yeah.
all make it like a novel thing to start up some kind of social thing.
I think so too, because people always find a way, okay, this is what you're doing. I'm going to do this. So people
Yeah,
get their creative juices going and figure something out.
I hope so. I hope so because it's just not looking good. But until then, I am determined when a good movie comes out to go watch it.
Absolutely.
And I know we were talking about Bodyguard, but let me just say one more thing.
Yeah.
I read the book Housemaid.
I want to see that movie.
Well, the book is amazing. I don't know if you like to read, but if you
I do.
do or like to listen to audiobooks, recommend it. Okay.
Okay.
And I don't recommend a whole lot of books. I just want to point that out. I'm very picky on my reading.
Okay.
But I refuse to watch the movie because I am not a Sydney Sweeney fan, boycotting her.
Mm.
Did you know she's in there?
Realized that she was in there. Isn't I think Amanda Seyfried is in
Yes.
there, and that's why I wanted to see it. Oh,
She's in every single movie. It seems like she's in one every week that she's in a different movie. So I was reading through the
yeah.
description of it, and according to the description, now I have not seen the movie, they have really sexualized the plot. And of course, it did involve sex, but it was not like detailed in the book. So you know how it is. So I'm not going to watch it. But the book, if you can read the book, that's really good.
I love a good book, and I always think that the book is better than the movie. There's a film on Netflix called Behind Her Eyes that sucked, but the book was amazing. I highly
Okay.
recommend the book, but don't watch the Netflix series. It's trash.
Gotcha. Yeah, that happens with Netflix sometimes.
Oh yeah.
They want a quick buck. It's like fast documentaries, you know?
Yes, because the way the actors and actresses that they chose for that
Mhm.
didn't line up with how they were described in the book at all. And I was like, this is not what I was picturing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, to just get back to Bodyguard. Do you wanna wrap it up?
Yes. The last couple of notes I had, tell me how you felt about Psy.
Okay, remind me who Psy is.
So Psy was I don't remember what he was to her, but remember at the Oscars, the man in the suit goes to pick up her award and like wipes off the blood and puts it in his jacket pocket. And he was the
He
one who took her to the club and wanted her to perform.
I didn't like him, and
Hated
I
him.
wasn't quite sure what his motivation was. Think he and you might know more about this. Did he have a connection with the sister?
I don't think that he did. I think he was just riding Rachel's coattails, and her fame is what made him money. So
Okay.
she was basically like his show horse. I need you to get out there because if you don't, that stops my gravy train.
He gave me the ick.
Yeah, I couldn't stand him. Why couldn't Frank shoot you?
Yeah. Well, he actually got in Frank's way several times.
He was useless.
Now, her friend who actually hired Frank, the tall, older black guy,
Yes.
he was a good man. I forgot his name.
I forget his name too, but I really liked him. He was a sweetie. Oh, how about when Frank scared him when he was like initially throwing those knives?
Oh, I have something written down about that because he was not very good at throwing knives.
No.
He was like 50-50, right? And he tells
Yes.
him, you might want to move. And the guy was like right behind him. He's like, you might want to move. But then he gets in a tussle with the first bodyguard in the kitchen.
Was his name Tony?
Yes, that's it. Because if you're a bodyguard, your name's gonna be Tony, basically,
Yeah,
right?
every single time. They get in that fight, and Frank's like, I don't want to talk about this again.
Oh, I know, I know. And the guy You could hear him pulling out the, knife, and, of course, Frank had his back turned. But
Mhm.
Frank's not dumb now. Frank's, like, nearly perfect except for his personality,
Absolutely.
and he takes that knife and he throws it right next to his head, and I'm like, "Oh, somebody's been practicing."
Period. And Tony was like, "You're not the guy for me to mess with. Let me fall in line."
And that did it.
Mhm.
Sometimes you've got to exert your authority in a very physical way.
Yeah, he showed him who was the alpha dog in the house.
Yeah, yeah, and he was more subtle about his authority.
Yes.
Professional? Yeah, and I don't think Tony understood that the subtleness of it was not implying weakness. Well, actually, I would say it was implying meekness, which is strength in a very concentrated form.
I think so too, because I don't think you need to show everybody your whole hand. Keep some things to your chest. Let people underestimate you so you can show them what you can really do.
Oh, yeah, that's fun.
Mhm.
That's exactly right.
Yes. Now, I know when we talked about this movie, I said if you hadn't seen this movie, you've heard this song. So I Will Always Love You, massive, massive hit. Did you know that that was originally Dolly Parton's song?
Well, you know I did. Come on now. And I've heard the Dolly Parton version of it,
Yes.
and it's amazing to me how her version and Whitney's version differ, but yet
Yes.
they're both timeless and priceless. So I can't say one's better than the other. I actually know the story behind Dolly's.
Yes, it was her partner that left, her business partner.
She kinda had a thing, you know?
Mhm.
And I'm sure it was just an emotional thing, but they recognized it and knew it was not healthy,
Yeah.
and that was her goodbye to him, and much respect for that. But it took a little bit of a different meaning with the Kevin Costner, role, and it was saying basically, I know I'm not good enough, or I know this is complicated," but then that she gets off the plane.
And they do the run and kiss, which is probably my favorite part of the movie because you know I love a grand gesture.
Well, I was crying at the end because I honestly didn't think they were gonna be together.
No, and you know, and I don't know if maybe I hadn't watched The Bodyguard since Whitney has passed, but
Yeah.
when she was singing, gave me chills.
I was gonna mention her talent when it comes to singing. I mean, I know I love Mariah Carey, for an example. I know she's got an
Mhm.
amazing voice. Whitney was effortless.
Yes, Whitney
I
had the voice, my lord.
I wish she was here so I could just ask her, "Do you seriously not have to try?"
It's just like she got up there, opened her mouth, and it's like the lyrics, the heart behind it just flowed.
It comes from such a deep place,
Mhm.
which I guess means it comes from her soul.
Absolutely.
But even when she's singing an upbeat song, it comes from her soul. It's
Yeah.
amazing. Like, I wanna dance with somebody.
So good, they play it at all the weddings.
Oh, really?
It's played at a lot of weddings.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's a good song, and she sang it like she wanted to be singing that.
Yes. Man,
Yeah.
I miss Whitney like I knew her.
I think my favorite song of hers, though, well, it's hard to choose because she's got so many, but, "I'm Your Baby Tonight."
That's a good
It
one.
is, isn't it? Yeah.
I like that one. I don't think I could ever pick a favorite by Whitney because it just depends on my mood because I love her song, My Name Is Not Susan. That's an older one.
Yeah.
But I also love I Have Nothing. That's amazing. When she
Yes.
got older, I love Million Dollar Bill. I just loved her.
So I was looking at the album covers
Mhm.
of Whitney, and there's some that stand out. The first one, which I think it's self-titled, so the first one she comes out with, it's an orange background, her hair's pulled back, and to be honest with you, I don't like the cover so much. I feel like that's not Whitney.
No, I don't think so.
But the one where she's like, I think it's called "I'm Your Baby Tonight." She's leaning against the motorcycle.
In the black jacket with her
Yes,
hair kind of up. Yep.
and it's like a black and white cover,
Yeah.
sort of. That's the Whitney I want to remember.
Yes, I love Whitney.
I think she was having fun during that time.
Yeah. She needed more fun. Just good,
Yeah.
clean fun is what she needed, and just people who loved her and genuinely cared about her safety and her health is what
But
she
we must
needed.
mention, since you've said that, there
Mhm.
were some correlations between Rachel's life and Whitney's life.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Both of them, I would say, fame.
Yeah. I feel like Whitney, she just wanted to sing. Like, she grew up in the church singing and she just wanted to do that. I don't think she really enjoyed all that came with it.
No, like Clive Davis.
Oh my gosh.
Well, we're not going to go down there today. We'll save it for a different day, but
Yes.
I would say that would be one of her downfalls.
Absolutely. Allegedly, he's evil.
Alleged? Okay, we'll go there. Sure. Yeah.
I say that with air quotes.
Yeah, exactly. Well, do you have anything else for us?
No, just I love The Bodyguard. I don't watch it,
Mhm.
every year or anything like that, but
Okay.
I'll definitely watch it again in this lifetime.
Okay. Well, I'm going to be honest with you. I was lazy and forgot to get a quote for the upcoming movie,
Oh, no worries.
but I'm still going to tease it. Okay. So it's a Hispanic movie,
Okay.
though it's like a American Hispanic movie.
Okay.
It's my favorite of all times, which I've
Yes.
mentioned several times in our podcast. Okay. And it's a movie for foodies.
Okay. I've never seen it, so I'm very excited.
It's obscure, I must admit. Okay, it
Okay.
is obscure, but it's about multi-generational living in the Hispanic culture, so there you go.
Well, we are excited and
Oh,
just want to remind our viewers that we have this giveaway going on. So just to remind folks that once we get to 100 followers on Instagram, so that's at the Generational Yap, we are going to be giving away a hair removal device.
I'm excited about that. It looks like a wonderful device.
I feel like I need to buy it for myself.
Well, I was actually looking into that. You know, thank you for joining us for another episode of the Generational Yap podcast. We love having you here to talk culture, nostalgia, and to share our hot takes. Follow us on all the socials at The Generational Yap so you don't miss the conversations. As always, let's yap, y'all.